All right, let's do it. Off we go.
Here we go.
All right, Hayden.
Day in the life.
A day in the life. A day in the life of a long snapper. You can just drive around on a cart anywhere you want. Just see what happens.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Well, it's a nice day here in Spartanburg, so let's just take a little campus tour. Welcome. First 2-3 days down here in Sparkle City. What do you think so far?
Very hot. As to be expected out here, lots about it. Obviously went to South Carolina, so used to the heat a little bit, but did not miss it.
How different is Spartanburg training camp from Columbia training camp? Same?
On the field stuff, pretty on par.
Okay.
A little bit more recovery time, which is nice.
Good.
For the body, especially the older we get.
We're young guys. We are young guys. You don't let them know about your age. I'm 22.
Feel like it.
Yeah, that's right.
Feel like I'm 18.
Absolutely. All right, so we were talking the other day, and we're actually going to head towards the baseball fields, because what I love probably as much as football is baseball. So you played a lot of baseball as a kid. Mm-hmm. Was that your first love?
It absolutely was. Yeah, when I was growing up, it was always baseball first, and then whenever baseball was over, I'd just hop into football season. So,
what did you play? Pitcher, everything?
Pitcher, first base, outfield, kind of was the athlete on the field, just kind of do whatever. Baseball was always easy.
Baseball was easy.
Yeah.
You're like one of like 2 people in that locker room that thinks baseball is easy.
Definitely, hitting is pretty tough.
Hitting?
Trying to hit a ball that small going 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
Definitely not easy. But yeah, when I was a kid, man, I just picked up a ball and could throw it super hard and could always just hit really well. So
I've got a question for you. And I think this is always interesting for baseball players and football players. Mm-hmm. What would you rather do? Stand in the box versus 95, or, and this may be more of the old NFL rules, go across the middle with the fear of you getting hit by a safety or someone like that?
Old NFL rules?
Yeah, old NFL. Now it's a little safer going across.
A little bit safer, more protected. I'd say step in the box.
Step in the box.
It's definitely intimidating though. Been there, done that.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm playing football now.
But you also pitched, right?
I did.
So you got to do a little bit of the intimidating.
I did. I was effectively wild, is what they called me. Could run it up there like 95 plus, but sometimes it'd be a strike, and sometimes Lord knows where it would go.
So like a stat line might be like 6 innings, 110 pitches, 9 strikes, 7 walks, 2 hit by pitch, no hit, no hits.
No hits. Yeah. I honestly think my professional stats, I only made like a couple outings.
Okay.
One of my outings, I struck out 4 and walked 5. So
there you go. Nobody was touching the ball. See, right now we are walking, or we're driving onto Wofford's baseball field, and I've done a couple of my car talks out here. Mm-hmm. And does this bring back any memories? Like, where would you most want to be on a baseball field right now?
For me, being a pitcher.
Yeah.
If I'm not on the mound, just being a PO, that life. Okay. Sitting in the dugout, hanging out. BSing with the guys, hanging out, doing stuff like that. Is always
sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, gum.
Big sunflower seed guy.
What was your brand of choice?
Ranch.
Okay.
I always go with ranch. Barbecue is a good change up.
Yep.
You know, you're playing 140 games, you got to do something different here and there.
Sure.
Big league chew.
Okay.
Big on that.
I was literally on this field 3 years ago with a tight end you'll know well, Greg Olson.
Oh yeah.
We had a very similar conversation. Mm-hmm. He was only plain seeds. And I was trying to explain, you got to go like dill pickle,
you got to switch it up.
Got to switch it up.
Way too many games to just be consistently regular.
That's right.
There's ranch, there's barbecue, dill pickle, there's all sorts of stuff.
Any flavors you would just flat out not go for?
Honestly, was never really a big dill pickle guy. Now,
really?
if it was there, and that's the only thing we had,
it is literally your last choice.
Yep.
100%.
It's tough sitting there for a 9-inning game doing nothing, not chewing on gum, not chewing on seeds.
I agree, because those games can get long.
Very long.
Do you like the new baseball rules, the time clock? You don't.
I don't. I know everyone wants to speed the game up, but then I don't know. All the changes that have been happening, it just, to me, kind of changes the game.
Okay.
Like I was watching an Instagram video last night in the minor leagues. If you're in the box and the umpire calls a strike or a ball, you can tap your head and challenge it. And he looks up to the booth and they review it quickly.
The automatic or the automated ball strike.
Yes.
That's very tennis-like of them.
Yes. I'm not a fan of that. It just kind of, it takes out the human error, and that's baseball. You know, kind of what makes it fun, and
it's true.
We're not.
But in football, we've got reviews. Do you like the reviews in football?
I think it works for football. I definitely think it cleans up the game because it happens so fast. But I don't know. with umpires and things like that, I think that's kind of the beauty of the game. And with review, you kind of take that out of it.
How many times in your NFL career that you can remember have you told your coach, review that, I caught it, like the refs are wrong, they're blind, all the nasty things we say to officials? How many times have you told coach, like, they're wrong, I know this?
I think only like once or twice. I remember.
Were you right?
I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, that could always be very embarrassing. Cost your team a timeout.
That would be bad, that's right.
Lose your coach's trust a little bit. Yeah, it was actually in Atlanta. The pass was not directed for me. I think they threw it to Calvin Ridley and hit him, hit the defender, and it hit his foot, and it kicked it up in the air. And I came in, scooped it, and everyone thought that it hit the ground. And I was like, no way, that was a catch. You can look at that up.
Can we get the clip of that? We'll just cut that in right there.
4-yard guy, as Raheem says, even without blocks. Ridley had one a little behind him and ruled, let's see if Hurst, it was deflected and called incomplete by the officiating.
I think Raheem just kind of excited to throw that red flag for the first time, too.
Well, look at Hurst. I love the way you talk about tracking a football. And, yeah, that looks good there.
Did not hit the ground, therefore it is a completed pass.
We're going back week 1 to Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Hayden Hurst revenge game.
Yep.
What is the thing you're going to look forward to most going back to one of the places you've played?
I got to do it last year. Playing for Cincinnati. Got to play against the Falcons. That was fun. Got to run the score up on them a little bit.
There you go. We'll try to do the same.
Courtesy of Joey B and the boys.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be fun. You know, it was one of the reasons why I wanted to sign here, is to get to play those guys and just showcase, you know, what type of player I am, because, you know, they didn't really believe in me a whole lot. So it'll be fun to go back there and show them the player that I've become.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this question. So this was kind of circulating the locker room earlier today. I don't know if you heard it. This is important, get to know your teammates' information. We're going to fly into Atlanta. We're going to get to a hotel room. Okay, some of your teammates, Adam Thielen, rip all of the sheets out from underneath the bed, because in their mind they want to be able to spread out and get real relaxed.
Oh yeah.
Do that. Are you a sheets tucked in or a sheets not tucked in guy?
Oh God, I don't see how you could be a tucked in guy.
Oh,
It cramps your toes. It just makes it super uncomfortable.
Oh my goodness.
You turns your feet out.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of have a panic attack when I get to like hotels and away games. I have to like kick my feet up, make sure.
Really?
Yeah.
See if we can go this way. A panic attack. So you are definitely team tuck your feet.
Untucked.
Oh,
untucked.
Sorry,
Untucked
definitely
sheets.
untucked. Okay. So are you bare feet out?
Yes.
Or are you? Okay, because the second question was, do people sleep with socks on? And
see, I
Hecker thought sleeping with socks on are like, what were the words he used? Oh yes, serial killer tendencies.
Psychopaths. Yeah. I can't do it. I run hot as is. So
Okay.
putting socks on would just be a nightmare for me.
Johnny says he runs hot. Is that a redhead thing?
Gotta be.
Is that a redhead?
It has to be.
Got it.
Skin's a little more sensitive. Things like that.
So do you go base layer sunscreen when we're out in training camp as a redhead, or like?
I do. Like I'll go.
You got great arms, so you want to show those babies off.
Yeah. I always go sleeves up.
Okay.
Try to show it off. Try to get that baseline burn out of the way the first week.
Smart.
It'll turn to a tan, but yeah, I gotta throw on sunscreen, else it'll get bad.
Some of the guys are real clever with their shirt choices. Like they're constantly changing how long their sleeves are to get kind of an even. But you just go all the way up there.
I roll up as far as I can go.
Okay.
Just honestly, not so much because the aesthetics of it, but just because run hot, sweat, try to get everything out of the way. Like when you see me out there, like minimal clothing, short shorts, crop tops.
So you don't mind like the non-padded practices, because then you can just go ahead and just show off all the skin and
absolutely
cool off.
Even when we go pads, I don't wear anything under my pads. Again, not because I have an 8-pack, which I do.
We'll have to get some physical evidence of that, but that's on a different episode of Cart Talk. Do you ever think about going the? Remember old Michael Bennett? He wouldn't wear like pads at all.
Little pads.
You should consider that.
It would be nice. I think it could get a little rough in there because, you know, obviously still got to get in there and block some. And against guys like Burns, the no shoulder pads could be a recipe for disaster.
What would be more exciting for you? And I think I know the answer, but I am curious. Like, you spring the final block on a big run play in the red zone, or them just throwing you the ball in the end zone and making it a lot easier on everybody?
Obviously catching touchdowns is what everybody wants to do, but I mean, if you have a big block in the NFL and you kind of put a guy on his back, that's also a pretty good feeling, very masculine feeling.
Can you feel like you're about to have the block that springs it? Like you can feel the back behind you?
Yep, you can kind of see it developing. The back will set you up a little bit, and the guys will like kind of end up a lot closer to you and then flatten them. And
do the backs give you like a attaboy, like Miles like come and give you a little like pat on the rear and be like, way to go, bud?
Oh, absolutely. Offensive linemen do it too. You know, it's a really cool feeling when you do something like that.
All right, last question. It's important here. We're at training camp. We're in Spartanburg. I don't know if you've been watching all the car talks, but Shaq Thompson said the number one thing you got to do, hang a left and go to Krispy Kreme. Have you been to Krispy Kreme yet?
Not yet, but I need to.
Oh,
down a few pounds from practice yesterday, so I think it'd be perfect.
This is the perfect day to do it. Shaq said morning walkthrough right over to Krispy Kreme, so maybe we'll go get one.
I would love it.
All right, appreciate it.
Pleasure,
Thanks,
JJ. Yeah, man.
Welcome to Charlotte.